As the collection depot chief, you are responsible for the operation of the collection depot. Collection depots provide a service so polling place inspectors can pick up their supplies before Election Day. You are responsible for hiring and training your own workers and for the control and security of the election materials and equipment you will be distributing. On the morning of supply pickup day, the truck drivers will already be at the location waiting for you. When you arrive at the location, call the Election Division Precincting Section to report that you have arrived and the trucks are at the location. The truck drivers will bring with them all the supplies you will need for supply pickup day. Traffic cones and barricades, a canopy, a table, and 4 chairs, along with all the supplies you will be distributing, which are the precinct ballot reader, audio ballot booth, precinct large supply box, standard voting booths, accessible voting booth, and voter information kiosk. The truck driver will hand you the collection depot supply box and the supply route driver report. Inside the supply box, you will find the collection depot chief envelope and payroll envelope. Which contains the time cards, Form I-9s, and paperwork you will use throughout the day. Time cards and Form I-9s must be completed before the depot opens and placed into the payroll envelope to be returned with the supplies to the City Clerk Election Division. When setting up the canopy, have 4 people on each corner of the canopy. Pull backward on each corner at the same time until the latches lock into place. Then, as a group, lift the canopy up until the leg latches lock into place. When taking down the canopy, have 4 people on each corner of the canopy. Unlock the leg latches and lower the canopy down. Then, unlock the latches at the top of the legs and push the legs to the middle together. Assign positions for your staff and decide a plan for distributing supplies to the inspectors. Place signage outside of the collection depot to direct inspectors to your location. And set up a traffic flow that is safe and efficient for the inspectors' vehicles. It's a good idea to arrange the precinct large supply boxes in order of precinct number to make it easier to find when the inspectors begin to arrive. Call the Election Division Precincting Section when your site is up and running and ready to distribute supplies. This is the Supply Route Driver Report. You will use this to track which inspectors have picked up their supplies. It will have the names and precinct numbers of the inspectors who will be picking up. Once the inspector arrives at your location, ask to see the inspector's supply pickup letter. Find the inspector's name on the Supply Route Driver Report using the precinct number indicated on the supply pickup letter. Should a person other than the inspector come to pick up the supplies, call the precincting section to verify the new pickup person. Fill out the bottom portion of the supply route driver report listing the person's name, address, phone number, form of identification presented, and relationship to the inspector. The precinct number on the supply pickup letter and supply route driver report must match the number on the precinct large supply box given to the inspector. Your workers must locate the matching supply box and load it onto the inspector's vehicle. Before loading the audio ballot booth and precinct ballot reader, peel the stickers from the supplies and attach them to the supply route driver report. Your workers should load the precinct large supply box, the audio ballot booth, the precinct ballot reader, 3 standard voting booths, one accessible voting booth, and 1 kiosk onto the inspector's vehicle. Once all the equipment has been loaded and verified, have the inspector sign the supply route driver report. After that, they are free to go. Around noon on supply pickup day, call the precincting section to do your midday check-in. Let them know which precincts you have remaining, and the poll worker recruitment section will call to remind those inspectors to come and pick up their supplies. When it comes close to 5 p.m., check which precincts you have remaining and write them down on a collection depot chief problem report. Double check that the blank pages on the supply route driver report match the precinct numbers on the remaining precinct large supply boxes. Call the precincting section to let them know how many precincts did not pick up their supplies. When you are ready to close your collection depot, start breaking down the equipment and remove any signs or barricades that were set up. Pick up any trash and clean up the area you used. Make sure that all time cards are completed and signed. Place all time cards in the payroll envelope provided and return these along with the depot chief supply box to the truck driver. Once all the closing procedures are done, call the precincting section to let them know that your collection depot is now closed, the trucks are on their way back to election headquarters, and you are free to go.